But I think we're going to see very similar lineups to last time.
Yeah, I mean they seemed pretty standard. You ever really misplaced the ults and been like, oops, I
forgot to mod.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I'd like to see a Zeratul in there. I like Zeratul. No, they want to start the link thing. Yeah, that's not the game, you crazy fool.
I know. Just give me a second. So
crazy fool. All right, so
you want to see Li Ming banned. I want to see Kelthus play. I enjoy him. I feel like he'll probably get banned, but
I think he'll be banned. But I mean, just from our experience, he played and he just curb stomped the shit out of us. So
I think between like both Li Ming, Kelthus, and Jaina have good wave clear for this map. I think we'll see all of them in some form here.
Yeah, and a Thrall first ban.
He can be a big bully. He's got a lot of sustain with his trait. And a Chromie.
Holy Toledo, what's going on?
Somebody doesn't like Chromie, or they're planning on picking something that she would devastate against.
I don't know if she can devastate against much, though.
Yeah, except for like a really squishy team. Arthritic Abathurs now have first pick. Let's see what they're going to get.
Will be interesting.
I feel like it'll probably be some damage.
Oh, fun fact. Everybody in the audience, place your bets. Who's going to win?
Praise be to Zagara. Ooh, first pick, Zagara.
Zagara first pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it. So, and with the Revlo guys, you can only bet once. So you might want to wait till you see the draft before you put it in, but you will be able to place some bets on it. So Zagara first pick, you know what? I like it on this map because the vision around the turns can be so important.
Kelthus and Zool. Good picks.
Good picks. Zool is, I would say, the second best specialist out there. Both him and Zagara and Sylvanas are kind of the top three that get picked on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense the specialists are picked first here just because wave clear is so huge on this map.
And Kelthus, again, with, like you were saying, wave clear, the ability he has to just blow up a lane is, with his abilities, is just beautiful.
Yeah, so we have a Rengar on the other team, which he's up there for healers.
Oh, I'd say he's one of the top big healers in the game right now. Just his versatility between such, nice spread damage with how his base heal just bounces around to a couple people, but then just that massive heal on one target is also pretty awesome.
Sonya as a tank, I don't mind that because she can definitely get in there deep.
I like it. You pick her up with Leap, she can really get into the backline and piss people off, isolate some people. But again, wave clear, her Whirlwind is awesome for picking stuff down. The health regen she can get is nice and sustainable, so I really like it.
She's no Muradin, though. Just saying.
No. She doesn't really have any stuns, which is where Muradin really excels. But so far, there's nothing that...
There's no need for it. Right now.
The only thing is there is already a lot of lockdown with Gravity Lapse and the Skeletal Prison on the Misplaced Ults side.
Yeah, they seem to be able to lock people down.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who the next ban is because they've got a healer and a tank, so definitely I'm assuming damage is another.
Yeah. But they're pulling a Tasker out. I find Tasker shields are usually good in different places. The only reason I can see this coming out right now is who do you think we're going to show up after this as a pick for Misplaced Ults on the damage side?
Right. A Zeratul would have been big and a Nova could have been good. Oh, Misplaced Ults?
Yeah, well, they banned Tassadar, which means there's nothing for vision for them. So I could see either of the stealths coming up, but most likely Zeratul. Nova just isn't quite in the meta right now.
No, she doesn't seem to have the wave clear by any means.
And a healer ban, that's not bad.
That makes sense.
And I like that healer ban because it's pulling out the stun healer.
Yeah.
And that could have gotten really ugly with Gravity Lapse, Skeletal Prism, the stun. You could shut somebody down really hard, whether they're a tank or not.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of shutdown for sure. I've never seen that before, a ban to help your own team. I quite like that. But at the same time,
well, we don't know where it's going, right?
I mean,
I'm just guessing at the
could've.
moment.
But do you think it almost would have been better to force them to pick a Tassadar? Right? And limit their damage that they can do?
Maybe. But it's tough to tell. Tell. Falstead, a decent damage pickup across the board. He's, I'd say, in probably the top 10. Well, there's a lot. There's probably not that many good damage dealers, but probably in the top 6. I like him less on this map because it's not as big of a map.
Yeah.
Right? So he gets less use out of his epic mount.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can jump around, but there isn't too much need. And an ETC for a tank, which, once again, they're tank. Shutting people down with Mosh Pit.
And with with both Rengar and Sonya being melee, the Mosh Pit, you're likely to land better Mosh Pits that way. Against a full range team, it's just harder to get in there and make those plays.
Yeah, exactly. So their range will most definitely be used to their advantage.
So now we've got likely the damage picks unless we see a double tank or a double support, but typically you get double damage in this game.
Yeah, my guess with Misplaced Ults is he'll do a Zeratul.
Yeah.
I think so.
For their last pick.
I mean, otherwise I have no idea why they would have
you know what? Tassadar. I think they'd pull out a healer almost. Double tank. So a new Brack up there. That'll give them some nice stuns, which is always handy, and they're going to have a ton of sustainability with the double tank. They most definitely
need their stuns, that's for sure, because they don't really have much. I mean, Zagara has her Maw, but that's about it.
Well, but the thing is half the team on Misplaced Ult side doesn't have escapes, right? You look at Keltis and Zool, they're only walking speed once they get into the fight. So you don't necessarily need to lock them down as much. Sylvanas.
Yeah, makes sense.
Really? Why does it make sense?
I think so. She's got such good lane clear, and she could do her own thing. So you put Zagara up top, Sylvanas down bottom, and put those 3 in the middle.
Yeah, rotating between.
I mean, that could be deadly.
They're going to have very nice lane presence. I find it a little against the norm because they don't... Zagara and Sylvanas both can put out good damage, but it's not quite the same. So we have a Malfurion on the end there. But...
Interesting.
Oh, shit! What? Sorry, guys.
Is there an OBS link? What's an OBS link?
The Observer link.
Oh. Is there?
Yeah, I could send them the same one that I was using.
Whoops.
Okay, we don't have quite everybody.
Oh, man, what a noob.
Things to learn. I'm a noob.
They could have been watching the live stream.
Yeah, but it's delayed, so.
Yeah. This will be interesting. I mean, the Misplaced Ults definitely have a more traditional comp.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It'll be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely send you guys the VOD.
Ladies, buckle your bootstraps up.
Okay, we got our R2P on one side. We got 10 players ready to go. We're going to start this thing up.
Here we go, ladies.
5, 4, 3,
James.
2, 1. Here we go.
Into the Nexus.
So, go ahead.
Early game predictions.
Put in your bets, guys. Who's going to win? I personally like the Arthritic Abathurs on the blue team.
It's non-conventional.
It's non-conventional, but I think it'll do well on this map. The sustainability and the pushing power is just there. What about you?
I mean, I like to say I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
And I do like their team build better.
Yeah.
But I know that being able to bully and just poke and annoy, that could wear a pretty squishy team down. And I kind of don't like Malfurion. Kind of a bitch. So I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not going to make a decision. I'll let you know at the end of the game what my choice is. Because I'll know.
Fucking cop out.
So, yeah, here we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
So
let's introduce these sons of guns.
So on the blue team, we've got Shiz on Anubarak, we've got Fatty on Sonya, we've got Daz on Rengar, we have Belkrim on Sylvanas, and down at the bottom we have Night Knight on Zagara.
All right, and now, oh, dear lord, we have Sir Maka on Kalthus. We have Dinoob. Dinoob. Oh, Dinoob. There we go. On ETC, we have Redneria on. Who's that? I don't even know.
Malfurion. Iron Lung on Falstead. And down at the bottom, we have Biznats on Zool.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's tough to read.
Oh, nice.
So ETC gets done. Just kind of. I mean,
it's good to see who's in the bushes, right? You don't want to be face checking those bushes. They can spell the end if somebody's baked up there. You know, we've got the 2 specialists bottom, just waiting for Zagara. We've got a 4v4 in the middle.
It's a pretty standard start, to be honest.
You know, I'm very much expecting these 4v4s to be rotating between 2 lanes.
I mean, Falstead's going up top to soak, which, you know, is interesting because they almost need as much damage as they can get. The misplaced ults. Yeah.
Sylvanas is rotating up, but she might need to play safe there.
Yeah, most definitely. They're definitely just going to town on this tower here.
Which is good, right? With the damage, poke where you can. Right? Because if you get into a long fight, it's not going to go well for you.
They definitely got to play careful, though.
There's still enough damage on the side of Arthritic Abathurs.
There we go. That's the words.
Cause some major headaches with the squishy guys they've got.
Yeah, so it does look like the misplaced ults are out to a bit of a lead with the gem count, 17 to 14. Levels are roughly about the same. A Nubrick just getting pounded away, and he dives out of there, though, which is, I mean, that's what he does. Yeah, he dives in.
That burrow charge is a very nice escape for a Nubarak, which is always very handy. I'm just going to go look at our specialist duel down at the bottom, and it looks like Zool so far has been having the advantage. He's been keeping the creep tumors down, which is exactly what you need to do against a Zagara, and forcing a little bit of almost all the ammunition out of the towers already, which is great.
Yeah, he's definitely doing what he needs to do. They've rotated back top again. They're really just rotating between the two. Falstead's turning in his 6 while he gets a chance. 7, sorry, while he gets a chance. And now they're going in for a little bit of push. Looks like they're focusing in Nubrick. I don't know if that's.
I don't know if I like it.
Focus,
but with the double tanks, you're gonna have to pester the people in the front line. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to ever do damage to the back line. You'll get blown up before you get back there.
You most definitely have to hit someone. You know, if you can't get to the back line, you got to hit the front line. So.
But here you can see just the wave clear that the misplaced ults have in comparison. They're just blowing through these lanes very quickly and able to rotate back up to the next one.
So it seems like it's really just a wave clear match right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why ETC didn't turn in there. That he might have been able to capitalize and not risk losing 12. But really they're just rotating back and forth. I mean,
but that is the early game. Try to secure a little bit of a level advantage, gather up those gems until you can actually turn in.
Speaking of... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, no sense being greedy early game and causing yourself issues.
Speaking of level lead, the misplaced ults do have a smidget of a level lead, but that could change very quickly here. A little bit of team fight going after a Nubrick again. Kalthus taking some beatings. Falstead fighting him off, you know, the usual. Kalthus likes taking a few beatings.
Yeah.
Wink. Yeah.
Still a pretty even battle in the bottom with Zool taking the advantage.
Has Zagara done well with her creep?
Well, no. Zool's... I won't say Zagara's done bad. I'll say Zool's done a great job at denying her that creep spread. I like having it up by the turn-in, but again, Falstead just blown it up on her.
Yeah. And now Falstead's actually going to town on the towers.
Yeah. Which is good. They're just keeping that pressure down bottom.
And... the misplaced ults are actually only 1 gem away, and it looks like Falstead's turning in bottom there to get the first
Web Weaver
Queen Weavers?
Web Weaver wave.
Queens, whatever they are.
The Web Weavers.
Yeah.
So it's good. A nice way to keep going. Arthritic Abathurs haven't really been able to turn in too much, which means good job on controlling the turn-ins, Misplaced Ults.
I mean, that's the only real area that seems like they're taking advantage of. Levels are pretty much the same. Team fights, nobody's really stood out. Nobody's been making major errors that I've seen. Zagara's having trouble getting that push on because Zool just seems to be on top of his game.
Yeah.
It does look like they will get some towers down here, and a gate.
So I'm just taking a little bit of a look at the talents here. Mana Addict pickup from Keltis initially, and lots of focus on Gravity Lapse. The Zool has picked up Death Reach, so his Spectral Scythe has that range on it, which is always nice. And the Weakening now, so that the attack speed slows significantly for the opposing team. But everything here is looking pretty standard to my eyes. Reconstitution and Venom Spine for Sylvanas, or for Zagara. Sylvanas a focus on the Withering Fire. Very, very standard.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but the Arthritic Abathurs have had to drop back. I mean, there's nothing they could have done for that fort.
No.
So.
Not with the full team up there.
No. And it just seems like the Misplaced Ults, with their damage, are able to actually deal with all the tanking ability.
Yeah.
And Zool's done a great job down below as well. And it's actually got them roughly about a level and a quarter lead.
Yeah, which is...
I mean...
It goes to show how much the towers and the forts do if you can get them down. Because it was, straight even up until then.
Yeah, the Arthritic Abathurs definitely have to be careful, because this can snowball. Especially once they get their tents.
Yeah, well, and this map itself tends to snowball. Just with the, once you start getting the turn-ins, you tend to be collecting more gems at that point with the way the waves are pushing.
Yeah, I mean, Arthritic Abathurs have enough to turn in, but there's enough just people poking and annoying them that aren't going to allow them to do it.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to deal with the lockdown. It seems like the Misplaced Ults have much better escape, which is odd because they don't. But
well, the Misplaced Ults haven't had to really use much in the way of escapes.
That's definitely bold of ETC going up there.
I like trying to push the healer into your team. It's a very ballsy play, but it can really pay off if you can isolate the healer and get them down.
They do have their ults now, so this could most definitely become a one-sided fight really quick. Very strange that they're backing out like that. I don't know why. It does look like they're grabbing objective down below.
Yeah.
Kalthus and Zool, which is always good, because this is Heroes of the Storm. You got to do that. I don't
Press your advantage while you've got it. I'm just looking at the ults we've got. We've got the Mighty Gust, Phoenix, Poison Nova, Mosh Pit, and Tranquility, which has already been popped by Malfurion, interestingly enough.
Interesting. I mean, the Arthritic Abathurs have to get it. They've got 73 gems. Get a turn in.
Ooh, look at that Mosh Pit. That is greedy. Allowing his team time to get in there.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have paid off. Though.
Yeah.
I don't think it was worth it.
I don't think it is either. They'll probably secure a trade kill.
Yeah, Nubrick, Zool. Oh, we might lose a Sonya as well. So a 2-for-1. But, I mean, I don't know. I definitely don't know if that was...
The 2-for-1 makes it worth it. It would have been nice if they were able to secure the camp, but ETC was just a little too far out from everybody else to really allow them time to get in there, even with the full Mosh Pit.
It didn't seem like too many gems were lost. The Arthritic Abathurs are still up at 72, but it looks like the Misplaced Ults are definitely gonna...
They're gonna get another turn in.
Try for a turn in,
right?
Which...
Because
that's the beginning of a snowball for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing that we're gonna lose the mid fort in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's there, and there's no towers defending it, so...
Yeah. And it looks like we're going to have a push in that lane, right? Especially with the Zool here. They'll just have so many minions coming in.
I mean, would you recommend Falstead pushing up top like that? It looks like he's coming down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, with the full team coming mid from Arthritic Abathurs, I think Misplaced Ults also needs to come in. They've already pushed out the Ancestral Healing from Rengar, so that's on cooldown. Same with the Maw.
Oh, they've got the Phoenix out there, and the Abathurs have lost a new brick. They've lost Sonya. Definitely lost both their tanks. They're very squishy right now.
Yeah, and this is going to force the rest of the team to pull back because they're so squishy that they can't be caught out at all. And with the stun capabilities on MIsplaced Ults side, that's a very scary possibility.
Yeah, there's so much damage. They should just go deal with the web weavers, and I mean that's all you can do. Unfortunately, you gotta count your losses as is. So
yeah, just looking at the ults on the other side of things, we've got Wrath of the Berserker for Sonya, the Maw for Zagara, the Mind Control for Sylvanas, and Ancestral Healing for Rengar. Anubrix, I am not too up on what he has, so he's done the Locust Swarm. Okay, he did not go with the Cocoon. Ooh!
We've lost another Anubric. It's just, I mean,
and another Sonya.
And another Sonya. They're definitely in there deep. Those backline assassins are just doing what they need to do.
And this is kind of what we talked about at the initiation of this all, is that the MIsplaced Ults just have more damage on their team.
Yeah.
And it's showing now as they're able to blow through those tanks.
I mean, I hate to say it, there is also a 3-level lead. I mean, that's tough to combat.
But, yeah, and a lot of that has come from their kills, though.
Yeah.
I like the timing on picking up the boss. You can see that Arthritic Abathurs know something's up and are trying to get at least at the turn-in.
I would hope they'd try and at least get some sort of a turn-in.
Yeah. So there'll be at least something good, but there's not going to have to worry about boss. There's going to be no contestation on this boss, it looks like.
No, they'll just walk away with it.
They need to be very worried about losing their top heat now.
Yeah, and I don't know if you really want to push a team fight right now.
No.
Like, I think you just defend against the boss and
let your web weavers push your lanes out.
I mean, hopefully they'll get you some experience, but you're still 3 levels down, right?
Now, the nice thing here is it is still an 11-minute boss, so they should be able to burn it down quickly, but it is giving the MIsplaced Ults a good chance to just cut through the web weavers that are further out in lane.
They could literally just walk in if they wanted. They'll probably head bottom lane, take out that web weaver, and then just go to town. Yeah,
and boss, we can see, is already gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, and the top web weaver, look how far back it is. It has so far to go.
Well, and it's already at half health, right? Like
exactly.
When the web weavers have to push through lanes a long way, they're not going to make it very far.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the MIsplaced Ults have not misplaced many ults today. They seem to be on their game. We lost an Anubric there with an ETC. He's in there for a stun. We lost Sylvanas. We lost Zagara. I mean, it's a bold play, but when you have that 3-level lead...
Yeah. And look at all those gems they forced them to lose that were on those damage dealers.
A lot of gems that they can do.
Oh. Did we just... I think we had a Jesse move. I saw a slash dance, I think.
Excellent. I love it. ETC's got to get out of there. He's definitely...
Oh, that blow up on Sonya. I love great ancestral healing by Rengar there to keep her alive, but just
not enough.
Not enough damage.
I mean, they don't want to get too cocky right now, but... It's not looking
good. Damage they're putting out right now, it's looking like this one is going to be over.
So it does look like traditional will take this one, Ben.
Yeah, MIsplaced Ults won with the traditional. I'm kind of disappointed. I like the double specialist combination.
I always had faith in the MIsplaced Ults. That was my bet from the beginning. You could rewind the tape and you could see that.
Yeah, sure, good sir. Sure.
Yeah, well, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. MVP, Ben, who are you looking at?
Who am I looking at? I am... Nobody is super standing out to me.
I mean, it's tough to choose an MVP when the game was only 13 minutes.
Yeah, like that was a super quick game.
Not a lot happened.
Kill-wise, False did a great job at finishing 6 kills for his team out of the 11. That kind of stands out to me.
ETC was involved in every single kill.
Yeah, that's a tank being in the right spot. I quite like seeing that.
I mean, overall, the team played really well. ETC made, one mistake going in a little early there, but other than that, I mean, they did really well.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, as you can tell, 11 kills to 1 and a 13
Yeah.
minute match. That's
pretty one-sided.
Yeah.